Todd Hahn, the lead pastor of Next Level Church in Charlotte.
And I'm Robbie McLaughlin. I'm the campus pastor of our newest campus in Ballantyne.
And we just wanted to show up on YouTube today to say hey and to explain to everyone that's interested why we're doing the shot glass outreach deal that has gotten a little bit of attention. Here's the deal, and here's what we're going to do. We've got a commitment at Next Level Church to putting a Next Level campus very close to every exit off of I-485, which is the Belt Loop Highway that circles the city. And we're going to do that within the next 5 to 10 years. Our first stop is going to be in Ballantyne. And we're doing the shot glass outreach, which very simply, we're going into bars and restaurants in the Ballantyne area with a shot glass that has our logo on it and an invite card inside of it and has the line on it, give us a shot, and handing those out to folks and handing those out to bar owners. We're doing that, seems a little controversial, but we're doing it for 3 reasons. The first one is this: our conviction that for thousands of years now, the church has been guilty of saying to folks, you know, we want you to come to us, instead of the church saying, we want to go to where you are. It's a really bad idea because Jesus' whole approach was going where people lived, going where they partied, going where they hung out, going to the important events in their life, just showing up and being there. So we want to model Christ and be like Christ in that way. The second reason was that we want to be known and identified the same way that Jesus was, as a friend of partiers and folks that the religious community would call sinners. That was what Jesus got tagged by, criticized for, but in so doing, because our target is people that don't go to church, that are disconnected from God and church, we know that we've got to go to them and follow Jesus and doing it the way that he did it. So that's the second reason. And the third reason has to do with this concept that we use a lot at Next Level Church called dancing zebras. You know, we do what we do at Next Level, kind of combination rock concert and coffee house and life groups and a heavy emphasis on community service. And we do that because we think that's what's most effective in reaching disconnected people. But we're very quick to remind ourselves, if we became convinced tomorrow that the most effective way to reach disconnected people was by bringing a troupe of dancing zebras up on stage on Sunday morning, then we get rid of the guitar, get rid of the bass, get rid of the drums, get rid of the coffee, and we would be all about watching zebras dance. Now here's the deal. I don't like dancing zebras. They don't meet my spiritual needs. I had, unfortunately, a really bad childhood experience with dancing zebras. So it's not our deal. But we are sold out to doing whatever it takes to connect disconnected people. And part of the shot glass outreach is knowing that if we want to reach people, we've got to go to where they live and work and play and socialize. So we make absolutely no apologies for doing anything we can to get in the lives, to get in relationships with people who are far from God.
So logistically, how are we actually going to make that happen in Ballantyne? Well, this weekend on the 19th of January, we're going to be going out and taking the 125 to 150 core volunteers of our Ballantyne campus and actually going into the bars and restaurants like Chili's and places you know of in your area. And we're going to be going in and distributing these shot glasses. Now, they won't be filled with any kind of alcohol. What we're going to do in place of that is to put an invite card in that says, hey, here's information on our Ballantyne campus, and of course on the outside of the glass it says, give us a shot. So that's specifically how we're going to be doing it. Obviously, we're fully aware that this idea with shot glass is a little bit controversial. We just want to point out that the people who are going to have the biggest problem with what we're doing are people who already are involved in a church and are already connected to God in a relationship with Him. And we're targeting people who don't. We're targeting people who are hanging out at the bars, hanging out at the coffee shops, hanging out at the restaurants. And so specifically, we're worried about reaching them and not necessarily impressing other people.
Hey, to kind of wrap things up, I want to say this to everyone who is watching this video. Whether you agree with what we're doing or not, whether you think it's cool or whether you have some reservations about it, really like to ask you to do one thing more than any other. And that's to pray for us, to pray that God will honor the conversations we're going to have, to pray that God will honor our feeble efforts, when we know they're feeble, to reach disconnected people and draw them into relationship with Jesus Christ, who loved them enough to live and die and be raised from the dead for them. That's why we're doing this. There's no other reason. So however you feel about the shot glass outreach, man, it would be great if you would pray that God would work through us or in spite of us, however you want to make that prayer.
And if you want more information about what we're doing or want to put your 2 cents in, you can go to our Next Level Church blog by accessing our website at nextlevelchurch.org. We appreciate your time, appreciate you giving us the opportunity to share with you about why we're doing this, and thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.